Yeah, she wanted me to be the president of the chamber.
Bread right now. I'm ready. Y'all can come up a little closer if you want to. Would you like to sit down here, ma'am, and eat your pizza in front of me?
Take me home.
Here, watch your step. Let me take care of it.
Thank you.
Do you want to sit right here?
I hope Mr. Stanovich doesn't mind.
Oh, he doesn't mind. He doesn't say much.
If he doesn't hear.
I'm sorry. There are things about Biloxi that remind me of my birthplace. I was born in Croatia, the island of Vis, in a small town called Comiso. Both places overlook the water, and from the water came our livelihood. My name is Jacob Stanovich Sr. I am an immigrant and a merchant. In fact, I was one of the first Croatian immigrants to come to Biloxi in about 1880 along with my brothers. I was 20 years old. 4 years later, I became a proud citizen of the United States of America. And soon after that, I married a local woman named Harriet Davis. Now, I started in the seafood industry in my early days. I had a small fishing boat called the Little Joe. Everybody knew me as Captain Jake. Oh, and I worked so hard to become a stockholder in a seafood packing company. I also helped organize the Biloxi fishing fleet for a time. And finding favor with my fellow Croatians, I became the first elected president of the newly formed Austrian-Slavonian Benevolent Association in 1913. It's now called the Slavonian Lodge over on Maple. Our original goal was to provide illness and funeral expenses to those in the community that were also from the Dalmatian coast. Now, there was a need to accommodate the growing community of immigrants and workers on the point. You see, they all flocked to the Point Cadet because they wanted to find good, steady work at the seafood factory. Well, I saw a business opportunity there. So I opened a grocery and dry goods store on the corner of Pine and Beach. Now, here's the photograph of the building. And you can see my name is proudly on the window. Now, this was a typical neighborhood store of the day. We sold popular items like flour and tobacco and lard, coffee, Coca-Cola, anything that the shrimpers and the factory workers might need. Well, we ran that for many years, and I eventually sold it to the Spurgeon Borden family. And I decided to open a bakery in 1917. Now, by the time the bakery had opened, Harriet, my wife, and I had 11 children.
Oh, goodness. Poor Harriet.
Yes. Poor Harriet, yes. Now, you will notice that no one is smiling in the photograph. But photography was quite new back then, and here's a photography expert right here, but you had to sit still for close to 8 minutes or so till a plate puts the image on the plate, and no one could really hold that smile. So they said, look comfortable. So that's our comfortable look. Here we are. This is me before I got gray hair, and that is my sweet Harriet over to my right. Now, most of the older sons worked in the bakery as bakers for me, and I would go in and I would mix the dough for them early in the morning. Everything was going so well for us. The bakery delivered to all areas on the point. Oh my goodness, the aroma of fresh baked bread wafted from our building each morning. Oh, we had found success. Oh, and as some of the first members of the St. Michael's Catholic Church, Harriet and I purchased the first bell for the church and named it after our sixth daughter, Marie Mildred. But, however, sadly, those good times on the point would end when tragedy would strike our family in 1918 when the Spanish flu arrived in Biloxi. In April of that year, our 4-year-old granddaughter, Harriet Augustine, died from the disease. The following month, her brother, 8-year-old Jacob Peter, died. And if that wasn't painful enough, in October of that year, we lost 2 more grandchildren, 2-year-old Elizabeth and 5-year-old Harriet May. and we lost them on the same day. And if that wasn't enough, the next day, the very next day, my son Peter died and my daughter May died, both in their early 20s. And all of these died from the pandemic. Behind me, you will see 6 gravestones wrapped with a black ribbon. And those are the 6 beloved family members we lost in 1918. You are welcome to visit after this talk. The 4 small ones here, the small one, the little lambs, are the 4 grandchildren that we lost way too early. When everything was said and done, the Spanish flu would take the lives of over 6,000 in Mississippi alone. So much loss. Our crushing grief did not stop time, although it felt like everything had stopped. But the people on the point knew they had to keep moving forward, and that's exactly what we did with our bakery. We ran the bakery well into the 1920s. However, there was a little scandal in 1923 when an unused copper moonshine still was found in the bake shop. Now, I told the deputies I had never seen it before, but apparently Harriet, in her good nature, gave permission to 2 men north of the bay to store it there. Oh, that Harriet. Well, my health began to falter and I retired from the baking business. I died in 1926 at the age of 65. I'm lying here next to my sweet wife Harriet and many of my children and grandchildren, including the 6 we lost in 1918. But that was not the end of our family business story after I passed. Eventually it went into the hands of Curtis Elsie Jr., the same name as the downtown hardware store, the Elsie family. In fact, my daughter Mildred, who the belle was named Mildred, she married an Elsie, and he is laid to rest right there. Well, Mr. Curtis ran the bakery for several years and then moved it to a new location on East Howard Avenue, taking with him our family baking ovens and using them for many, many years. Sadly, those buildings have gone because of time and progress, but the resiliency of the people of the Point has never diminished. And I'm proud to say I was there to help feed them with my bakery and my grocery. My name is Jacob Stanovich. Thank you for the visit.
Thank you. So good. Excellent.
Thank you so much.